are watching on Fresh Fit, Myron Gaines X on YouTube is going to go to Fresh Fit. So come on over, and then we're going to go to Rumble after that. So yeah, for people that are watching on there, not to be confusing, if you're watching on Rumble, we're going to go to Kick. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to go to the Fresh Fit YouTube channel. Then after that, we'll go to Rumble. So, or you guys can just go to Fresh Fit Rumble, and then you'll be good the rest of the show. But yeah, sorry, continue on.
So like I said before, like those guys are not. No one's going out with them. No one's having sex with like nobody. There's literally
There's still definitely someone,
See, this is so fucking crazy. This is so crazy. Okay. I've done this experiment several times. I recommend all you guys who are out there watching this, if you're in a car with a girl and you guys go to a fast food restaurant or you're at a restaurant and there's a busser who comes by, wait 60 seconds afterwards and ask the girls at the table to describe the busser or to describe the guy who gave you the Chick-fil-A or the Wendy's or whatever, and they never remember the guy. They don't know he exists. The reason you think all guys are getting sex is because the men who aren't, they don't even register in your brain. Like, you don't even see them. They don't even exist to you. Again, I'm going to say this for the
people.
They're not people. I'm going to say this for the third time. I just showed you peer-reviewed data that showed 58% of women's sexual relations are with the top 10% of men. That is a massive skew, which means on dating apps, it's 6 matches for every 1,000 right swipes, and 2/3 of the matches that men get are women who don't even contact them again. It's like, it's insane levels of destitution, and men are just like turning to gambling, marijuana, and pornography like crazy. So no one is having sex with them. I have hundreds of guys come to me and their clients, and when they first get to me, they're like, I haven't had sex in 10 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah, at least 20, 30 guys a month I get that come down through my pipeline. And they'll come to me and they'll be like, yeah, I got divorced 10 years ago. I haven't had sex in 10 years, 20 years. I haven't been on a date in 10 years. No one's having sex with them. No one.
So what do? They
masturbate, man.
They live.
There we go. That's a whole different question. We need to write another book on that. Yeah.
I want to point something. I was going to tell Myron this, is that whenever I see these, well, first of all, the Adolescence show was a really good example of this, where they were talking about how, like, the 80-20 rule, and they're saying, well, 20% of guys are having sex with 80% of women, or something. They just completely just get it ass backwards. And I don't know how many times I have, like, reiterated this, but the 80-20 rule, it's not the Pareto principle, and it doesn't work like that. And I really wish people would just get their heads out of their ass when it comes to this stuff. 100% of women are interested in the at least top 10% or top 4.5% of women, according to certainly the OkCupid stuff, Dr. David Buss, Everybody Drink, those stats, plus the new ones that we were just looking at recently here. So it's not just one data set; it's like multiple data sets. And essentially what it is when they look at the data for women who say, like, we could go around the table and do this, right? What percentage of men do you think are?
She said not percentages again.
What percentage of women?
Rolla. Here's something I found, and this is crazy. And I guarantee you, Myron will tell you the same thing. The number of people I meet under the age of 30 who don't know what percentage is
I know, it's
fucking
amazing.
Wait, you mean like don't know what a percentage is?
Yes, they don't know what a percentage is.
I graduated with all A's. I feel like I wasn't there when they was teaching it that day.
I'll abbreviate this for you then. So when we've done this before on our show, and then there are other shows I've seen there where they go around the panel and they ask this question, like, what percentage of guys do you find attractive or find unattractive, right? And they'll say 90, 80, 100, right? 90, 80, and then we'll go and say, well, what guys do you find attractive? And they'll say, 10, 5%.
No, let's ask it. This is a great question.
Yeah.
Fiji, of all the men you come across with, like on social media, dating apps, or just in person, what percentage of them do you find attractive?
Most of them. That's why
you find most men attractive?
No, when they talk to me and we interact, if you funny looking and shit, I'm not gonna talk to you. So what are you trying to say?
Okay, but you're still in this. Oh my God! You're just repeating what I said.
I'll simplify it. If 10 guys approach you, on average, how many of them are you going to entertain? If 10 guys come up to you, you're going to entertain one of them, 2 of them, on average.
Probably out of 10, 1 or 2.
Okay.
So there's
so just so we're clear.
Who he is though.
Stop. You just proved my point. You said if he's funny looking, I'm not good. He doesn't even count. Do you guys, everybody in the chat, do you guys understand what we're saying? The reason why there's so much miscommunication is because when women are talking about men, they're talking about the dude who cheated on them. They're talking about the dude who's fucking on roids with the tattoo sleeves who fucked all their friends. That's the only men they're talking about. They're not talking about the guy who's at Chick-fil-A or whatever. They don't see those men.
The shelf stocker
so when
at
I asked her a
CVS.
question about like all the, I'm not trying to call you out. I'm sorry, Fiji. I'm not trying to call you out, but your answer is descriptive of what I'm trying to say here. What you said was, I'm not even going. Okay. What percentage of men do you? 10 men walk up to you. What percentage of men do you find attractive? Would you entertain?
15%.
15%. So okay, cool. What do you think?
I like them all.
You like
You
them
like
all.
them all, yes. Even the ugly ones.
You like?
Don't get me wrong.
Is everyone who
Don't get
subscribes
me
to your
wrong.
OnlyFans, are they all good looking?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, got it. Incredible.
I'm joking.
No, I mean, it's just the problem is that
Maybe like 6, 7 out.
6 out of 10, really,
Yeah.
that you find attractive?
Yeah,
That's
but it doesn't
amazing.
mean I'm going to fuck 6 out of 10.
No,
like,
okay, got it.
Still.
What do you think of guys that you just see normally?
I'd say 4.
4 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
I'd say probably, in terms of just attractiveness, 15%. But it
15%?
doesn't mean I'm
Okay,
interested in
that's
them.
about right. What do you think?
Like attractiveness?
Yeah,
Probably like 50.
50? You think 50% of guys are
Half of
attractive?
the guys are attractive to you.
So half the guys in this
Not
room
like-
got a
All
chance.
right, all right, all right.
Wait. Nah, I think everybody look good in their own way.
No, but
Participation trophy. Everybody get a participation.
okay. So just pretend we're not on Oprah Winfrey right now. Just pretend we're actually
We're on,
answering
we're on
questions.
Fresh and Fit.
Pretend we're on Fresh and Fit. Okay, just give me a second. When they talk to you and when you see them physically, you would become sexually aroused by these men. Out of 10 guys that come and talk to you, what percentage? 0. There you go. We're much closer.
Well done.
So this is another thing that I find that's really crazy is that when we ask women what are they're attracted to, what they hear is what makes a good husband, and what we're asking is what makes you want to have sex. And those two questions, even though we're saying the same words, they mean two different things. So this girl right here, that's the first time she's saying the quiet part loud. She's admitting what other women won't admit, which is the fact that they keep finding these guys sexually attractive, and then when we ask them, hey, what kind of guy do you like? They're describing the guy they put in the friend zone.
Right. Well, I was going to say, I was like telling Myron here, it's like when we talk about the 80-20 rule, the 80% comes from like Dr. David Buss, right? Which is they've done the polls, they've done the studies for this. Women find 80% of the guys that they encounter unattractive. That doesn't mean the 20% are attractive. It just means they're not unattractive. The 20% guys are the ones who are like, maybe he'll do. Like, if he got a better job, if he, stepped up his game a little bit, if he got
Those are
made
the guys that
partner.
might get a phone number, but don't go anywhere else.
They're kind of mid. They're kind
yeah.
of like, okay, if he had value added in some way, then maybe he'd be okay. That's where the 20% comes in, right? But he still has to have something else going for him that makes him visible at the very least, right? And then there's the 4.5%ers, and those are the guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Those are the Justin Wallers. Those are the Jason Momoas. Those are the Alan Richsons.
Yeah.
Those are the guys who are like in that, because the 4.5% are the quality or caliber of guy that women will actually initiate a some sort of contact with. Have you got anybody at this table? Have you ever initiated contact? You found a guy that was so attractive, you're like, I gotta DM this guy. Have you ever DM'd a guy that you thought was really hot?
Sure. Boss man D-Lo and bagged him and went to his mansion.
Who?
A famous rapper.
Boss man D-Lo.
Oh, you went to his mansion?
It's nothing wrong for a woman to do that either.
Someone was like, I'm about to get him, and I manifested it.
You
And
manifested.
You
it.
Yes, like I was just like overly, I'm gonna do this.
But did you? But you
I
initiated
texted him
it.
on
You
Instagram,
DM.
and about 10 minutes later, he texted me, and what I said was right, and he
Yeah,
wanted me to
suddenly
come that
manifested.
night.
And then what
The
happened that
universe gave back.
He sent me his address, and I
Okay.
pulled up to his mansion.
You pulled up to his mansion, then what happened?
Promise you. I got fucked all night and got nothing.
All right, okay. There we go.
That pussy wanted.
Exactly
that was
what I
fast. So
wanted.
like
The
30 minutes?
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
That same night.
That same
One,
night.
you go get it.
Have you ever DM'd a guy that you thought was so hot? I have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had texted this one boy. It was just on some like, I was just scrolling. I'm like, damn, this dude looked really good. So I just texted him. But it wasn't like, I'm not finna text nobody that I know like around my area and shit. I'm not doing that. Like, and go like, you not finna go around saying like I dubbed this bitch. Like, no, hell no.
How many guys do
She
you
was
text?
real quick to answer this question.
How many guys do you text behind your husband's back?
You should have.
Yeah,
Now
there it is.
Okay, well, now it sounds bad. Okay, if they're talking about work purposes, right?
Work purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Business.
Yeah, business
All
purpose.
business.
Like, Percy, hello?
Oh no.
All right. So we know that. Okay. So there's.
I'm
Case
joking.
in point.
Okay, I'm joking. Okay. Maybe like, I don't know, like it depends. Like a month? How many months?
Well, no, is there one guy you have said, you know what, I'm going to slide into
reached
this
out
guy's-
to him
You
first.
reached out to him.
You reached out to him first.
Of course that happens.
Tell me about it.
But to
tell
you,
me-
Like,
you have done this.
Yeah, like if I you know, I have my own intentions. It doesn't mean it has to be sex, right? But like I have my own intentions.
But
and
if he knows what he's doing, could it turn into sex?
maybe,
If he's so hot, and you're like, I'm going to slip
Maybe.
into this guy's DMs.
maybe.
Well, I mean, she's married. Maybe it's not a good question.
I just
to ask
love
her.
how she manifested
Yeah.
going to a mansion and
That is
getting fucked
awesome.
all night. That is. I am. Please, everybody, clip that. That is the greatest thing
Have
I've
you,
ever heard.
have you guys
No
slipped
cap.
into anybody's DMs because you
sure.
thought the guy was so hot?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened?
It was, I guess, he initiated back that he thought I was cute too, and just talked from there. And wherever it went was wherever.
And you
it
saw
went.
him, you go, man, I got to do this. I got
Yeah.
to make this move.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's been multiple times.
But I
where
think
it's
the
been
question
like
is,
that.
you want
Shit,
that? What,
bitch.
you want it where they initiated, though, right?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
they initiated
Yeah.
it.
What-
They're
You
asking that where you initiated, not him.
Yeah,
Yep.
I,
But
yeah,
she-
I initiated. Yeah, there's
and
been
then
times
he
where I
came
went
back
to
at you,
someone's,
though.
you know, how
Yeah.
they go in our DMs, go in their DMs, like, hey,
Mhm.
like, you look nicer.
Mhm.
You know, like, I like.
But he
yeah,
hit
what's
you
up
up
with
first, though, right?
Huh?
He hit you back up. He hit you up first, then you followed up later on.
No, are they not asking when
Yeah.
we initiated first?
She said
Yeah,
she
when you initiated first.
Right.
But you said you.
Yeah,
You made
like
it- you
after I
phrased it as if-
initiated, there's, he's just talking back.
I think she said he
Okay.
reinitiated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
What do you think?
Okay.
No, because I like slightly above mid guys with great personality.
With great personality.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Like I'm the type of
That is so
person that all my
diplomatic.
friends look at me and they ask me why am I crying over that. But I have slid in the DMs twice, but it wasn't because of that.
What was it
One
because of?
was a little bit of like a petty revenge thing
Okay.
of like I had met this person when I was with like my situationship, but I wasn't really able to talk to him. And so I knew he was in town and I was probably going to end up running into him anyway.
That is
so I
some
slid
dark
in.
triad bullshit.
No, that is actually where, because we're
Yeah,
talking about what
yeah.
can you do. This is one of the answers.
Yeah.
It was like
Je-
honestly the first
jealousy
time I was
pre-selection,
ever.
yeah.
No, it's actually the first time I was ever petty. But I just kind of said like, because this last one was like the worst one. So I was just kind of like, you know what? And he's like a streamer, so I was gonna see him anyway at a streamer thing. So I was like, you know what? He's looking kind of cute today.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who he was until but I was like in a thing, so like I didn't entertain anything.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm single now. Hey,
Yeah.
remember me?
What about you? Have you reached out to someone?
What did he do when you told him that?
Yeah.
Flirted back, and then I didn't see him until we accidentally ran into each other at a streamer thing.
And then what did you do after you accidentally ran into each other?
Nothing. Went,
Accidentally.
Nothing.
but no, nothing until like we hung out off stream.
And then what happened?
Yeah, then what happened?
Then,
on, Maddie.
then we were like a
Come on, Maddie.
obvious stream thing.
Oh, you were
No,
streaming
we were
together.
off stream. We were like I was like his like a thing. It was a thing.
It was a thing.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it wasn't. It's not a secret.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I was kind of like a PA to him,
You were his personal assistant and his
but not
thing.
officially. But like I was.
Nice. And a personal
Like I just
assistant.
do it. Like I tend to have those tendencies when like I like someone.
Some codependency.
No, like I tend to like take on like if you need help with something, I'm gonna help you with it. Like if I like you,
Okay.
Value added.
like
So,
not like I'm
just so I
dependent on
make sure
him
I
doing
have this
anything.
right.
I'm
So
That's cool.
you were talking to someone and he talked to you. You had to ignore him, and then you reconnected with him, and then you reconnected with him again after that.
yes, just yes.
Did I have something wrong? Okay, and then like you guys dated, kind of.
We didn't really date. It was
Wait,
just like messing around for a while.
And you were his PA, or you?
No, like I wasn't officially like I'm saying like when I
tried
like
to help, but
someone,
she won't.
yeah, like
Yeah.
when I like
How did-
someone,
how did
I
this-
like
How
if
did
there
this
if you
thing
need
with
help.
Ed end?
We're just friends.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't live in this country.
Bro, they fucked, man.
Yeah,
Basically.
that's
Yeah,
not a
they
secret.
fucked, yeah, yeah.
No, that's fine.
Nope.
Incredible. How about you? Have you snuck into a guy's DMs?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
I mean, like green.
Green, light green.
Green.
Yeah.
Was it strictly for money?
Green, fuck nigga.
Huh?
Excuse me. What is green? I'm confused. What is that?
Oh, no.
I mean,
excuse me,
like,
what you
I
say?
shot my shot and it went through.
She
Green
shot her
means go.
shot. It was green. It went
Green
through.
means
Mhm.
go.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
about it.
Like that.
Simple as that.
Now, of the guys that you have like slid in the DMs, like were they so good looking? Is that what prompted you?
Or were
Was
they
like,
famous?
Or
The
were
money.
they famous? Yeah.
The money, the fame.
All right, what about you? Was your guy famous or no?
No.
What about you? Was your guy famous or no?
Nobody famous anyway.
Just regular guys,
Regular.
but just very handsome.
The money.
Here's something I want to ask you guys. Right now, let's just say you got $10,000 per response. How many like legit celebrities do you think you could get to respond in your DMs right now in the next 24 hours?
I'm better in
Zero.
person.
Huh?
You
What'd you
gotta
say?
experience this shit. You gotta see this shit in person.
No,
And
no.
I'd be a millionaire for sure. My heart, my character, how I come off,
I think
and
I'd be
my
broke.
journey.
What'd you say? You don't think you could get any? You don't think you could get any guys, celebrities to respond to you?
in
They don't even
person.
check their own Instagram. What do you mean they're going to
That's what
check
I'm
their
saying.
message
I'm
requests?
better off in person.
You guys literally just talked about DMing dudes, and then they're messaging you back. You
I'm
guys
talking
message
about a
Chris
streamer.
Brown
I ain't talking
right
about
now.
famous
Literally, Chris
celebrities.
Brown
I'm
messaged
talking
you
But
back.
he like
millionaire. I'm
Blasians.
finna
I ain't
give
gonna lie.
him-
He like black and Asian girls. Like he don't like.
The fact that you even know that is proving my point. Like it's exactly my point. You don't think that you could just sneak into guys' DMs right now? They wouldn't message you back?
Oh, of course. I ain't gonna lie. I know I look good, so I definitely could.
Okay. That's that's what I was trying to say before, man. It's just kind of an
So
interesting.
that experiment was just simply to reestablish the fact that it is 100% of women are interested in, will initiate with the top 4.5% of men. In the sense that they find that guy so attractive that they will actually make some sort of effort to go ahead and do that. 80% of men are the invisibles. They're the not people.
Yeah.
And the 20% guys are the sort of mid, kind of like, meh, he might do. Those are the guys who have to like sort of figure out something.
There
an
are
end
other
around, a
things you can
workaround.
do. There are a lot of other things you can do. Unfortunately, people don't understand what those things are. What she said actually earlier was, now she reached into to talk to a guy because you were being petty because you were dating someone else and
When
he didn't
I
like
met
it.
him,
Yes,
yeah.
bro. When women know other women want you,
Oh,
it's the like. Just watch Clav on his stream. It's just women throwing, and obviously it's because he's famous too, but like women just throwing themselves at him over and over again. When I started dating a really hot girl, all my DMs are flooded. Do you guys have you guys ever had that? You start dating a guy and then all of a sudden he starts getting DMs from other girls? Yeah, you've seen that before?
Right.
Have you seen that with your man? Yeah? All of a sudden he starts getting DMs. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen that before?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
You start dating a guy and then all of a sudden he starts getting DMs from other girls?
Is it really all of a sudden?
I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't personally seen it, but I
Like they
wouldn't be
want him
surprised.
because of you.
Huh?
Basically,
Oh,
that
they
is
want
that what
him
he's saying?
because
I haven't
you.
actually seen it,
Yeah,
but I
that's what he said.
would not be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, so there's a ton of data on this that goes over. There's one study with 270 people where they show a bunch of women pictures of men, and the women rate the guys. And let's just say the average rating is like a 5. Then they show the same pictures of men to a separate group of women, but this time they show them other women's ratings. Does that make sense? It's just kind of like the same thing as comments, likes, and shares on social media, which is social proof. They show other women's ratings. Now, these ratings are made up, they're fake, and they're higher than normal. What do you think happens when the women see higher ratings from other women?
Well, obviously, then you're gonna think that you're gonna go.
Go along
That's
with it.
exactly what happened.
Oh,
Like
they're
30,
better than me. I have to compete.
yeah, like 30, 40%. Women find men more attractive even when they're not physically attractive if they know other women are chasing them. Like literally, like the only reason I've been able to date anyone I've been dating is simply for that reason. It's and you've talked about this before. It's like even in your marriage, if your wife knows no women find you attractive, she's going to leave you. And when if you were to go to your wife and say,
not fight
and not
for
you
you.
specifically, but in general, if you're a guy who's married and you were to go to your wife
Nobody
and say,
wants you but me.
hey, honey, I would like for you to know that other women find me attractive. I've heard that will make you more attractive. What is she going to tell you? Fuck no. She's going to tell you that's not true, even though it is true. And so this is a function of frame control where men in general, because they're being told by blue pill content creators, milquetoast dating coaches, really, really bad dating advice out there from Justin Baldoni or Chris GQ Perry or who's that guy you showed me today? He was the fucking worst.
man,
That guy's
I
the worst
forget
I've ever
his
seen.
name, yeah.
these panders on there that every one of them has 2 million followers. Derek Jackson, etc. Therapy Jeff, fuck that guy. Have you seen him? Therapy Jeff just canceled, dude. Therapy Jeff. Do you guys know who Therapy Jeff is? He looks like an AIDS patient. I'm sorry, we're not on YouTube anymore, are we? Oh, damn it.
We are.
Yeah, sorry.
We are.
Therapy Jeff. He literally all he does is try to cancel people. He's basically an Abba and Preach, very similar. Every one of his videos is why everyone else is wrong but me, and then he gets a sexual harassment charge, and he takes himself off of Instagram. And it's one of these situations. These guys keep getting terrible advice, and when you give good advice, you're ratioed, you're demonetized, you're canceled. That's essentially what happens over and over again. So, like, that's the whole thing I was just trying to explain to you guys. When you were saying before, you were asking before, what do you do, right? And my whole thing is, if women know that other women find you attractive, it solves all the problems. It's almost like you don't even have to be super rich or super good looking, and you can make it work. The concept is called mate choice copying in humans. If you guys want to look it up in psychology, and you can find
If you care to read a
100.
book.
Yeah,
Or listen to it on Audible.
you will find 100 studies on it, and you can look up the cheerleader effect. You can look up the wedding ring effect. You can look up the mate choice copying effect. You can see all these different things where women basically choose men who other women choose. So you don't necessarily have, like, for instance, I know that whatever girl I'm dating, the relationship works as long as I understand that she's attracted to me because she knows that other women are attracted to me. Does that mean I have to cheat on her? No. But what she needs to know that if she left me alone with a bunch of attractive women, that they would make moves on me. And by doing that, she's going to complain. And right after she complains, she's going to fuck my brains out. That's what's going to happen. And it happens every time. I literally had one of my clients, he comes on, I don't know if you met Harold, he's one of my clients. Yeah. He comes on there and he goes, hey, Michael, I have a problem. This girl went through my drawers, and then she found some panties in my drawers. And I said, Harold, stop. Don't say anything else. Don't say anything, or Henry's his name. Don't say anything else. And I stopped and I told all the guys on the group call, it was about 200 guys on the group call. I said, Henry is about to tell us that right after this happened, she complained and cried, and then she had crazy sex with him for 2 hours. Just hold on. I had no prior conversation with this guy. And then I go, okay, Henry, finish your story. And he goes, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like, as soon as she just fucked my brains out, like right after she saw the whole thing. So it's like, if we were to listen to everything that women tell us, and I don't think they're doing this deliberately, but if we were to listen to everything women tell us, we're just going to become this guy that women find less and less attractive. If we do what we know is right based on talking to other men and watching the behaviors of women, if we do what we know is right, even though it feels ugly and yucky or whatever, it's kind of the only way to make things work. She has to know that other women find you attractive. And this is so hard for guys. Dude, have you ever seen, I've talked to you about this before. When I ask guys all the time, when men stare at your girlfriend at the gym, does your girlfriend apologize to you? Oh, baby, I'm so sorry that men were looking at me. No, she doesn't apologize. No. When women come up and talk to these same men, then these men have to apologize to their wives. Baby, I'm sorry she came up and talked to me. I won't talk to her anymore.
I would never leave you, girl.
Never, fellas, here's the rule I want you to take from me. Never, ever apologize to a woman for other women finding you attractive, ever.
Lean into it.
You need to lean into it. And oh my God, you're jealous? That's so cute that you're jealous. She gets so mad. And I'm telling you, a couple things are going to happen. She's going to act super annoyed. At first, you're going to be freaked out. Am I about to lose my girl? And then she's going to have the craziest sex with you she's ever had in your entire life.
Everything you just said right now has been confirmed by Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy.
You don't believe us? Watch Call Her Daddy.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's the whole thing with what's going on in the manosphere right now is a lot of this, everything we just have discussed at this table has been confirmed by people who aren't in the quote unquote manosphere. Go ahead.
I hate that he's speaking facts.
Yeah,
I hate it.
That's like,
It's true, but it's so painful to say it is true.
You know what you should do? You should start your own anti-red pill, anti-masculinity, anti-manosphere, because that's the new grift.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to throw socks at us, but they won't throw the.
Yeah.
Alex Cooper can say exactly the same thing you just said right now. She places 6 to 10 million views
she
every
is the
episode.
fourth most viewed podcast in the world, or listened to podcast in the world.
Amazing. And so I was going to point this out, is that a lot of the stuff that we talk about, that Myron has been talking about, all of us in this space have been talking about, at least for the last 6 years, right? It's not okay for us to say it, and everybody wants to give us shit for it. But when, I don't know, Chris Williamson talks about it, when Alex Cooper talks about it, anybody else, hell, it could be just some random girl in a TikTok video where she's inside her car talking about exactly the same damn thing. That's okay, but when we say it, we're fucking misogynists.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was gonna say, well, that's what we're dealing with. Do we want to do super chats?
I could. Let's see here. What do we got? I think some of them came in. We'll read some of the things. Okay. Is my girl a bop? Says, is my girl a bop? Check before you simp.
Check.
Oh, okay. It's like a website to see if your girl's a thing.
Oh, yeah, there's another one called Pim Eyes where you can actually take pictures of your girl and it will go. I had a girl break up with me because I said this on your show, Myron. I came on here like a couple years ago and I talked about this website and she literally dumped me afterwards. And I didn't even look her shit up. And then I looked her up afterwards. And
she was a bop.
Yeah,
she was everywhere, bro.
I'll be very candid. Like, none of you guys should ever be trying to pursue women in entertainment seriously for a relationship. It's just not going to be good for you as a guy. It just never works out. Because the reality is women that do any type of entertainment have to put themselves in certain situations that's going to inherently hurt your relationship. It's not a good move. Anonymous, WFNF, I work at nightclub and get told I'm handsome almost every shift, but still no luck with hills because they assume I have a body count. They reject me and end up fucking a nigga like Fresh. Need advice from the bros. Any ladies, why do y'all do that? Bro, you have low status. It's just that simple, and you're probably socially awkward and a weirdo. That's why you're probably not closing.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. If you're a handsome guy and you're not doing well, it's probably because you're awkward as fuck and you don't have any status.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's incongruency. Whatever you're broadcasting, whatever you're projecting, if you're a good looking guy and it's not what women expect from you, like a guy that looks like that, and what comes out of your mouth is completely different. You're incongruent with what you're projecting.
So the thing is, I don't know whether or not you're a handsome guy. What I know is that when women tell you that you're giving them attention back and they love that attention like heroin. So you're falling into the trap. Guys, the difference between attention and compliance is compliance requires sacrifice. Telling a guy he's good looking requires no sacrifice. A girl sending you nudes, she sent that same nude to 35 other guys. It requires no sacrifice. If she comes over to your house nude,
copy and paste.
That requires sacrifice. So the problem is, I guarantee you this guy is getting the compliments from the women, and he's like, "Ooh, really? You think I'm handsome?" And instead of brushing it off, just recognizing this doesn't mean shit. Words don't mean shit. I don't listen to the words. And if he would have done that instead, then a lot of the girls would be like, "Oh, wait a second, I complimented him. He didn't immediately give me validation back. Maybe I have to work a little bit harder to get his validation." And you'll see this all the time with the streamers or athletes or whatever. Women are like fighting with each other to get in front of him. Why is that? Because he's not reciprocating their fake attention with his validation. And so because of that, they have to work harder.
Yeah. But yeah, something is off. You probably have weird mannerisms that you're not even aware of, or you tick when you talk, or you do some weird shit.
Yeah, incongruent.
You'd be surprised at how, if you actually look at yourself when you're speaking to women, you might have some weird behaviors. Even French blank are okay. Learn English before coming on an English podcast. Oh, he's trying to say she's stupid.
I could have translated.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why she came on, bro, but whatever. She was fat too. What else?
What? Yeah.
That's
Whoa.
nice.
How dare you?
Well,
I mean,
Made to talk shit about somebody being nice.
I mean, she's fat.
she's fat. It's a fact.
Yeah, she's rude and fat.
I don't know
So
what you want me to
that's what
say.
it is.
You want me to lie?
Yeah, like pick one. Either you're fat or you're rude. You can't be both.
Self-evident.
Yeah, it's like the truth is the truth, man. Probably top H, is that what it means? Okay, W. Mike Rollo, how do you guys genuinely see the future playing out as far as relationships go? The females having sex with Tyrones, then expecting to get wifed up. Do you see women potentially crashing out more, or incels starting a revolution? I talked about it in my book, bro, what I think is going to happen and why women deserve even less. But yeah, it's going to get worse, bro. It's not going to get better, is what I think. But what do you guys think?
I think we have a large part of men that are going to be taking themselves out of the market like permanently because of sex robots, better, there's so many things that artificial intelligence.
Virtual alternatives.
Exactly. There's going to be so many alternatives. You're going to see a large group of guys just taking themselves out of market. That's one thing that'll happen. I don't think it's going to be a revolution. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry, talked about the beta male revolution. I don't think that's ever going to happen because a lot of these guys, their testosterone levels are so incredibly low because of the shitty foods that they eat, because of the other decisions that they made in their life. So no, what is going to happen though in the future is that a few guys are going to understand these concepts, no matter how inconvenient or incredibly politically incorrect it is to understand them, and these guys are going to crush it. I'm telling you, any guys out there, if you just had enough of a nutsack, when you're out talking to a girl for 2 or 3 hours and clearly it's going nowhere, to just yawn and say, "Hey, let me call you an Uber," and just get her out of there. None of you guys do this. You just sit there and you try to make out 6 or 7 times because that's what your fucking pickup coach told you to do. Just make out with the girl over and over again and just go for it. Instead of saying, "Hey, you get 2 hours of my time. I look at my time like I'm $50,000 an hour. You get 2 hours of my time because I'm being generous. And then after that, I'm calling you an Uber so that you can leave and my time is more valuable. Do you know how few men would do that to a beautiful woman? Like the first time you call an Uber to get a girl out of there because it's not going well, because things are not happening the way you want. That is the first time in her entire life she has met a man who cares more about sleep, productivity, and money than her vagina. She has never experienced that in her life, and it blows their mind. And every time you do it, one of two things are going to happen. Number one, she's going to say, no, I don't want to leave. And then all of a sudden, the entire arrangement changes. Or number two, the next time you see her, there's going to be no resistance whatsoever because this is the first time she's actually dealt with a man who cares about his own time.
I will boil this down for you as quickly as I possibly can. Average women do not want average men. That's simple as that. If you want to talk about the fertility crisis, you want to talk about the marriage, being at 6.1 per 1,000. If you want to talk about the divorce rate, if you want to talk about the male loneliness crisis, like anything that's in quote unquote, related to the manosphere right now, guys who we were just talking about, the guys who aren't getting laid, nobody's getting laid, right? The reason for that is because average men are not attractive to average women. As simple as that. Everything that we talk about, like in this space where we're like, everybody wants to, bang a gong about the fertility crisis, or hell, I've heard Tucker Carlson talk about this. I've heard Steve Crowder talk about this. All these guys, all these big name pundits talking about the fertility crisis. Oh my God, suddenly we got to do that. You want to know the reason? Average women don't want to get with average men. Simple as that. And I will go and give you an old school quote here. This is from Pook back in the day, back on the SoSwap forums, which is that women would rather share a successful alpha than be saddled with a faithful beta. That pretty much describes everything we've had to deal with when it comes to the gender divide right now. Everybody, we have this political divide between women are skew 30 points more liberal than guys do right now. Average women don't want to get with average men. That's the point. That is the problem right there. Until you solve that, you don't solve any of these other problems. There ain't going to be no incel revolution. There's not going to be any, we're not going to swing the pendulum back again or anything like that, because average women don't want to get with average men. Who are the average men? Those are the delta males, according to Vox Day, right? Those are the guys who are the salt of the earth guys who are out there. They're the blue collar workers. They work on oil rigs. They keep the lights on. They fill the potholes. They do all the work that women don't want to do. And most guys actually probably don't want to do because they're low prestige, low status jobs. Some of them are high paying, but most of them are just sort of, middle of the road kind of stuff. And it used to be the old social contract was that if a guy could go and put in an honest day's work, he would get an honest day's pay, 40 hours a week, get a retirement or get a pension or something like that. He could be relatively sure that he was going to get an average wife with average kids, put him in an average school, have a golden retriever in the front yard and an SUV or something like that. But in a new global sexual marketplace where average men are not hot or are unwanted by average women because those guys have to now be elite level, guess what happens? Those delta males, the guys in the middle there, once you lose those guys, you lose society. Everything, the lights go off and everything else goes to shit as a reason for that. So what's the solution? The meteor. War, natural disaster, I don't know, something that's going to be an extinction level event, basically, because I don't see any way to sort of convince women that they should lower their standards. And they're not going to lower their standards. They don't want to lower their standards because they have been entitled. Because she doesn't want you don't want an average guy. You want an elite level dude. Only elite level guys. Only elite level guys qualify for marriage. Only elite level guys can sign up to participate in what's basically an unconscionable contract. So, and we'll hear this all the time when we're talking about what is it? When we talk about what is it? The mating strategy, the
dual mating strategy,
not dual mating strategy. The
mate switching.
No, it's the assortative mating.
Assortative mating.
Assortative mating. Every time I hear this, it's always like, well, college-educated men tend to marry college-educated women. I'm like, yeah, because they're elite level guys. That's why, right? The guys at the bottom, the guys in the middle, don't get married because they don't qualify. And women feel today that they are entitled to a guy who is above average. So until you change that situation societally with a meteor or social engineering of some kind, you're fucked. You're basically fucked.
Yeah, no, it's never going to change. Because the problem is that with feminism, women have gained way too much ground and leverage, and they're not going to concede.
It's not going to happen.
They're just not going to
It's simply
concede.
not going
So
to happen.
there's only really one way, and we're already starting to see pattern changes. I was reading yesterday, I was telling you guys about this, that men are drinking less alcohol than ever before. Well, that's a direct result of men kind of figuring out that nightlife and going out and pursuing women and drinking alcohol and partying kind of isn't conducive to getting women anymore, because now women used to go out to meet men at the club and the bar. Now they're more concerned with going there to convey a certain type of lifestyle that they have, take pictures of themselves and their friends, and then leave. Women aren't really there to meet men anymore, and guys are kind of waking up to this. And then also you add in like the meteoric rise of the red pill in popularity. Guys are waking up realizing like, damn, no wonder I've been striking out all this time. We've connected dots with them. Hey, going out to the club and the bar is a waste of time for 95% of you guys, unless you got a section, unless you have some money to throw around, you can purport yourself to be a certain way. But for most of you, it's a waste of time. So what guys are doing, they're like, okay, if it's a waste of time, why am I going to go here, get a hangover, spend $1,000 on liquor, and talk to girls that don't even want to talk to me when this is a very low ROI? So what guys are doing is like they're just stopping drinking. But here's the interesting thing. Women between 18 and 25 are drinking at the same rate, if not more.
Yep.
And women that binge drink are binge drinking at the same level as men. So what does this mean? Women are consuming a little bit more alcohol, if not the same as men, which historically it's never been that way. And there's a reason for that. Women don't have to pay for alcohol. It's the men that pay for the alcohol. So, and then women tend to be more social. They have more opportunities. So for them going out, they don't lose anything. As a guy, you got a lot more skin in the game if you go out. So guys are kind of waking up to this. And I think that's one of the responses to women having this, above average want in men. I mean, the fact that a girl can, like she just said a second ago, I DM'd the guy and within an hour I was at his house. Like, that's unfathomable 50 years ago.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's just technology in the era right now. It's funny you should say
I
that
don't know,
because
what did you say? I'm sorry?
there's a
She said in 24 hours, I don't think she DM'd it. You manifested the sex. Is that correct? Okay.
well, like I don't
The
think
bottom line is that the bottom line is simply this: like, she was able to get a guy 4 to 5 levels
Not
above her.
everybody does that.
Okay, anyway, what I'm trying to express here is that a woman was like a relatively average girl was able to get an exceptional guy fairly quickly, right? Whereas like if the roles were reversed, he would never have been able to do that with her.
Yeah,
so
well,
women
I
have
mean-
unprecedented access is the point.
right, exactly. The other thing I was going to say is like when you're talking about alcohol as well, and
Hold on,
the
hold on.
clubs.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Because you keep like mumbling under your breath, like
yeah, that's what happened.
what?
But I'm saying if I was average, I would have met him at a hotel or something.
Yeah.
He obviously trusted me well enough for me to pull up to his match multiple times.
I think he's
So don't
probably
say
just
average.
thought that you were available and somewhat physically attractive.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
think he cared about
But
trusting
You're,
you.
you're missing the point that like average girls have
Okay.
access to A-list
You said a
celebrities
couple- yeah, okay.
by sending a message.
I don't feel like I'm average. I feel like we're all human.
No, I mean,
and we
no,
all
he's
have
saying
great
you are. It's just, I
qualities.
mean, what the thing is like most women have an access that they never had before. In the
You guys are being too
in the
fucking
21st
nice.
century.
Almost every girl here
Yeah.
at the table is fairly average. Let's be honest here. Let's be extremely blunt. I'm